How's everybody doing? Welcome to the After Stangs Show. I'm Jonathan McGill, your host. I want to give a huge shout out to Northwest Insurance. The After Stangs Show starts now.
Remember when your biggest worry was finding parking at Dallas Hall? Now it's protecting your home, your car, maybe even that first business. That's where Northwest Insurance Agency comes in. Exclusive coverage designed by Mustangs for Mustangs who've galloped into the real world. Protect what you've built and move forward with confidence, because once a Mustang, always moving forward.
This is the On the Pony Express podcast, part of the On3 network. Check out all the SMU coverage you need at ontheponyexpress.com. Now, here's your host, Billy Embody. 1, 2, 3, let we go.
How's everybody doing? Want to give a huge congratulations to SMU on coming into Boston, into a difficult environment. The red bandana game was going on, but your Mustangs looked like they were ready to play. SMU won 45-13 against Boston College. Quick thoughts, immediate thoughts. I think Kevin Jennings had a steady game. I think he made plays when he needed to make plays, picked up first downs when he needed to pick up first downs. Huge game from TJ Harden. TJ Harden had 16 carries for 130 yards. With 0 touchdowns, which is pretty ironic because you have Derek McFall on the other hand with 5 carries for 3 touchdowns. And so I know that the running back room is happy. I know that Coach Coop is happy with the way that the running backs have played today. Know that it was a point of emphasis for SMU to establish the run. This was going to be a physical game. And on the flip side of that, as SMU, you only hold Boston College to 106 rushing yards and an offense that presents you with many different ways, a pro-style offense. Coach Bill O'Brien does a great job in scheming up plays, and I felt like SMU and Coach Simons had this defense ready to play. Want to give a huge shout-out to Isaiah Smith, somebody that the past couple of weeks I feel like has been playing really well. Ended up with 4 sacks. Don't know the last time that's happened in SMU history. I have to get Billy to fact-check me on that.
Tied single game record.
Okay, yeah, tying a single game record for SMU. So huge shout-out to Isaiah Smith. Tyron Polley, another guy that had stepped up and made some big key plays down the stretch. Your SMU Mustangs are looking and still in the hunt for the ACC championship. A huge matchup with Louisville coming up in 2 weeks. So your Mustangs have a week to get rested and a week to prepare over the bye week before Louisville comes to town November 22nd. Now I want to invite Billy and Body to come and we'll give our breakdown. Keep talking about this big win.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Give me a little bit of room here on this deal. You're good. The SMU Mustangs get their much needed win going into the bye week, because now you obviously go into it with a really nice taste in your mouth, a taste of victory. You don't feel like, okay, we left some things out there. And they did, as a team, but it was a dominant win. And this was the first game this year that was really kind of stress-free.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
A really nice feeling if you're an SMU coach right now. A really nice feeling if you're an SMU player. And you get a lot of the backups and the guys who work the scout team and do all of those things behind the scenes. A lot of time in this one at the end. I mean, that was probably, 6 minutes to go in the game when guys like Charlie Pfizer took over. Jackson Lavender gets some carries at running back. You see some of the plays that they were able to make. Derek McFall puts it on ice, and the icing on the cake there was really nice for SMU. So, I think this is mission accomplished as far as what SMU wanted out of this trip to Boston College. The penalties are certainly something that still need to be figured out after kind of a hiatus for a few weeks there. It was pretty respectable. But 6 holds on the offensive line, that's a lot of holds for a single game. So don't know what the film says about that. Some people on our message board were talking about how they never showed replays of them. So that's something for you guys to look at.
Couple questionable.
But overall, I mean, to rush for that amount of yardage with those penalties still really makes this, I think, an even more impressive win for SMU, just from physically dominating the trenches.
I think so. I think that flipping it to the defensive side, I think that the defense did a great job in getting TFLs, tackling in space. It seems like this defensive really kind of taken over the season. It kind of feels like when offense is, struggling or hiccups, special teams struggling or hiccups, defense has found a way to have a turnover, create a turnover, create TFLs, create sacks, and just continue to keep their foot on the opponent's necks. And I think that that's something that this defense has grown accustomed to over the past couple of weeks, of kind of just staying in the fight. And so very, very impressed with how this defensive line played. And the back end, obviously, anytime you can get 4 takeaways. Club takeaway was jumping, in case you missed it, in Boston. So it was a great game for the defense.
And look, the defense was eaten.
Yeah.
And we got to encourage everybody to go to visit our friends at Mignon in Plano. You can head over there and get free dessert on Sunday, whether it be brunch or dinner. So make your reservation on Open Table and check out our friends at Mignon, doing a great job producing incredible meals over there in the Plano area. They're on Preston Road. Former SMU offensive lineman Nick Natur and his family running the show over there. So free dessert because the Mustangs got that win here in Boston College. So exciting stuff there for everybody to get that dessert. But Jonathan, I think for me, watching we're still back. Sorry about that. We dropped out for just a second. So we're back on now. But yeah, go to Mignon in Plano for free dessert on Sunday, brunch and dinner. Now that we're back from the technical difficulties, I hope everybody's got us out there. Who's your MVP?
I want to say Isaiah Smith, say Isaiah Smith, but I'm going to lean to Tyron Polley. A guy that stepped up, safety,
of course,
freshman, out there with a club, still got an interception. I was working with him all week, trying to throw him the ball and getting him comfortable catching the ball with the club on, and he did it. He played well. I think he made a lot of open field tackles. That was really good. And kind of just, getting his feet wet. As a freshman, your first time playing, significant time, and getting significant reps in a game. I think that he did a great job. So I'm going to say Tyron Polley, man Polley is my MVP for the game.
Do want to remind you guys, Status Jet and the Thomas Auto Group, 2 great places in DFW to support your Mustangs, and statusjet.com really helping out the band get up here too. So make sure you guys give them a call when you want to book your next private charter. You get a discount when you mention us at On the Pony Express, as well as Thomas Auto Group. Head up 75 in McKinney. Visit any of their 4 dealerships up there. Great time to maybe make that purchase for the holidays ahead of time, start to get used to it, and then gift it under the Christmas tree, so to speak. But, SMU hits the 500-yard mark of total offense. I think looking at this game, for me, I'll go the offensive side of the ball on my MVP. I'm going to go with TJ Harden. I thought he brought it from a physicality perspective. I know he's playing through something right now, but he just looked as healthy as he's looked since really early in the season. Finishing runs. He really kind of teed up that first Derek McFall touchdown well. He really had some nice pop on that drive with running the ball. So, I think TJ Harden's my offensive MVP. This team had a lot of them though today. I thought, the amount of injuries SMU is playing through in the cornerback spot. I thought, Deuce and Speedy and those guys really played well on the outside. That was important. You had Alexander Kilgore lead the team in tackles. Isaiah Smith is now second in SMU history with sacks for his career. So he's climbing up that list. He's been playing some great ball, and he's doing it when teams now have the ability to maybe double him or add some more tension to him with Cam Robertson being out for another game. So now that the bye week's here, you get some guys healthier, like Logan Parr didn't play today. They obviously had Shoddy go out, but Isaiah Wacobia is dealing with some things. So it's a good opportunity for this team now to kind of, 2 big games here to end this season. This bye could not be more perfectly timed.
Yeah, I think it was a perfectly timed bye. Like you said, getting his team healthy was the main thing. I'm assuming, Coach Lash will probably give him, 24 to 48 hours off kind of get your bodies back right, recover, regroup. And just, get away from football for a little bit. But keep the main thing with a huge opponent in Louisville coming. Know that they definitely want some revenge from last season and how, we ended up going into their place. And I know that they have something similar. They're dealing with injuries, bugs as well. Isaac Brown being probably doubtful for the game is something, SMU fans should look forward to. But I really do think that Ymir Knight, we didn't mention him yet. I think he had a great game, averaging 22 or 23 yards a catch. And just that tough, explosive, getting hit, still getting up, celebrating, getting first downs, very reminiscent of Jake Bailey or, Roderick Daniels Jr. And being that explosive, that tough slot receiver. Punt returns, he does an excellent job catching those and really picking up a first down or trying to pick up a first down every time. So wanted to give a huge shout out to Ymir. Miz, we didn't forget about you. And so I think that he played a great game. Jordan Hudson, another 100-yard game. Seems like this receiving core is kind of starting to get their hold and keep their swagger and impose their will on secondaries.
No question about it. And I think with Ymir, you can tell he's really starting to understand, what Kevin's looking for too.
Yeah.
I think their chemistry has really grown a lot over the last couple of weeks, and we've seen him be more involved. And then the punt return side of things, two games ago in the regular season, I'm still waiting for him to break one. He's so close on a lot of these.
Close.
And he's just been a difference maker in that because, one, it's really not something that you have to stress about back there for the most part. There's been a couple here or there that he probably would have fielded differently, but overall, I mean, he's been an absolute stud back there for SMU, returning punts and now breaking out even more, catching the ball. I think Jordan Hudson, really that I thought as far as tone-setting plays, that I mean, one, he should have scored.
Yeah,
so I hope he got grief in the locker room.
Yeah, 100%.
But he absolutely just killed the BC defender. Kind of set him up for it too. Where I thought he was maybe going to cut it back, and then no, he just absolutely drilled him. Kind of silly to do, but I think he's now showing his physicality even more now that he is fully healthy and now playing with confidence.
Yeah. And that's something that's so dangerous with a guy like Jordan because when he's humming and he's confident, I don't know many defensive backs that can really, mess with him, cover him, tackle him, big physical receiver. And so I love seeing that. Obviously, he wanted to see him go into the end zone, but I know where his head was at. He wanted to run through somebody's face, right? Yeah. And so, kudos to Jordan Hudson. Really like how he's been playing, how he's kind of been leading this receiver room as well. And so I can't wait to see, next week with Louisville being one of the top defenses in the ACC, let alone also highest graded PFF in the country. I think that's going to be a great test for our offense. Coach Lash is going to have the guys prepared. Can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Yeah. Quick reminder, guys, if you're celebrate responsibly this evening. It is approaching 4:30 here in Boston, technically Chestnut Hill. Beautiful day for football, and SMU takes this one in a big way. What did the final end up being?
Final score was 45-13.
45-13, SMU wins. They improve to 4-1 in ACC play.
4-1 in ACC play.
Right?
Or no,
5-1.
5-1 ACC.
5-1 in ACC play, and now really continue to stay right in the mix for that ACC championship. Last thought from you before we go. Bye week. How do you spend it? What is the kind of your secret sauce that you had throughout your career?
Yeah, I would say keep the main thing. Obviously, you get an extra week to prepare for the team you're playing, but you also get an opportunity to look at some plays, some self-scout plays that you might have struggled with. So I know Coach Simons, the rest of the defensive staff are going to look, okay, what are plays that have given us trouble that Louisville or other opponents might try to reciprocate that we haven't yet, fixed completely. So I know, some seam issues, and it seems like, teams are doing some seams, some quick games, and that's kind of came up. And so I know that, offensively, defensively, some things that have kind of been an Achilles heel are going to be strengthened. And that's really the point of the bye week. Also, if you're a veteran guy, somebody that's banged up, a week off, or a no game on Saturday is huge. Be in the training room, be in the recovery room, keep your conditioning up, those type of things. And, guys that aren't from here get a chance to go home, if they have an opportunity to, whether that's, a quick flight or drive home. And so I know that that's going to be huge, a way to just refresh, recover, and get your mind back right and ready to finish out the season strong.
No question. Well, this has been the After Stangs Show presented by our friends at Northwest Insurance Agency. We appreciate Mark Villasana and his team for all their support of the On the Pony Express podcast. Hope you guys enjoy the bye week. SMU basketball will be taking care of things, having Butler next Saturday, so you won't be away from the Mustangs. But this has been the After Stangs Show. For Jonathan McGill, I'm Billy Embody. Thanks for following us. If you are listening to this, there was an interruption kind of midway through, so I'll kind of get it edited up and doctored, so hopefully it comes out the right way. But if not, we appreciate all of you guys in the chat for being there with us and watching on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button, and we will catch you guys next time on the After Stangs Show when SMU takes on Louisville, November 22nd in Ford Stadium. We find out that game time on Monday. So we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the On the Pony Express podcast with Billy Embody. Follow us on your socials on X at SMU_on3 and on Instagram at On3SMU. And keep it locked to OnThePonyExpress.com for more coverage.